I thought you already did.
Nah, we'll see what happens. It's
You're
like kind of
live on YouTube.
I thought you already did.
we'll see what happens.
There's a delay.
Let's see this.
You're live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live, but I haven't like started the webinar.
I thought you already did.
Let's see what happens.
There's a delay.
Let's see this.
You're
I'm not,
live on YouTube.
I'm not digging this. I'm gonna shut it down. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we're live. All right, let me start the webinar. So that'll all be recorded, but the webinar has started. See, I've got people filing in. Let's see who shows up here. All righty, HMS, the pride of Havertown, showing up. All righty. We weren't sure who would be running home from the beach to get to their computer to spend about 30 minutes with us. It looks like a lot of people hustled up. It's awesome. We're gonna wait maybe like a minute to let people connect. And we know that like some people joining us are new to the middle school because we shared this with our new sixth grade families. But I do see some familiar names, which is awesome. And I also see some new names that I know are sixth grade families. So it's good that the message got out. We're going to record this on YouTube. It'll go to our Haverford Middle School YouTube channel. So you can always review it later, let your friends know, and I'll send a link later tonight to our YouTube channel so you can check that out. So I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. Can you guys see the PowerPoint? Because I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
good. All right, cool. Oops. Sorry about that. Getting back up to speed here on my tech skills. So Elena, welcome you to our summer team here at Haverford Middle School. I'll let you know who some of the people are in our building that will be here either on a regular basis throughout the summer or at some point over the summer that you might be interested in connecting with. And then Randy, Erica, and Matt will introduce themselves. But my name is Dan Horan. I'm the principal here at Haverford Middle School. Our administrative team is listed on this slide for you. Matt, Randy, and Erica are all grade level assistant principals, and they'll say hi to you in a second. But if you happen to stop up by the school, call or email in the summer, we have a couple secretaries that will help us over the course of the summer. Names are Sharon Cianci and Michelle Davella. Absolutely. If you drive by our school and see cars in that parking lot where the flagpole is and you have a question, pop in. If Matt, Randy, Erica, or I are available, we'd be willing and happy to meet you and answer any questions you have. Sometimes that's easier than email. And it's nice that we're in a situation now where we don't have to do everything virtually. We can actually, look at each other, shake each other's hands, and have a conversation. So we're like super excited about that opportunity. If you see our cars out there, like I said, stop in and introduce yourselves or ask a question. Our counseling team, Lindsay Hughes, Ricky Lacey, Colleen Melzinski, and Kevin Murphy, unbelievable school counselors. Beginning in August, they'll be here once a week to test some of our new students, help some families that need a little bit of support in starting up the school year, and working with us to make sure that we're ready to go in September to kick off the 21-22 school year. So I'm going to let Matt, Randy, and Erica say hi, and then we'll kind of go through our little presentation here, which honestly is just the start of our summer presentations. We're going to do this every 2 weeks. Our next optional family meeting will be the end of July, July 30th. And we're just going to try and keep you up to speed as we work throughout the summer, keep you informed so that you're ready to go on the first day of school in September. So I'll let Matt, Randy, and Erica say hi, and they'll also be presenting real quickly this evening.
Yep. Thanks, Dan. And good evening, Haverford families, and welcome new Haverford Middle School Rising Sixth Grade families. It's nice to have you here tonight, and I'm excited to get to know you a little bit more throughout the summer and meet your students and get to know them and work with them throughout their sixth grade year. Like Dan said, my name is Matt Crater. I'm the sixth grade assistant principal, and that's my daughter in the background. She will join us. She's not allowed to join us this first time that we meet this summer, but she'll trickle in some other Friday meetings. But this coming year, she is, this coming year will be my 5th year as the 6th grade assistant principal, and look forward to my 5th year.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Randy Taylor. I'm the 7th grade assistant principal. Thank you for joining us this evening. This will be my 3rd year in the district, and I'm really looking forward to working with the former 6th graders and their families who are now going to be my family in 7th grade. So thank you for joining us, and hope you enjoy the presentation.
Hello, Haverford families. Erica Harvey here. This too is my 3rd year in Haverford. For my 2nd year at the middle school. I am excited to have a year, hopefully we'll be in the building, and I'll get to really make connections with students in person this year. If you need anything, just always feel free to reach out. There are, there's a lot of students in all grades that, I kind of got to know last year, so just feel free to reach out.
All righty, it's all yours, Matt.
Unmuting myself will work there. If you, most of you will know much about this slide already. Last week, many of you or all of you hopefully received an academic level recommendation email that came from Mr. Haran to your emails at home, stating the level recommendations for your child in 6th and 7th grade. You should have received a level recommendation for language arts and a level recommendation for math. And in 8th grade, your child should have received a level recommendation for math, language arts, science, and social studies. And you should have also been notified what world language choice your child has been chosen. The recommendations are essentially set. We've received a few emails, and we've set up a few meetings with families, but for the most part, our levels and how we go about leveling our students are work very well for us and our students and our families. What we do with our leveling is embed them into our schedules, and they drive how we do our scheduling, and I believe there's a slide about schedules, so I'll wait till there we go. All right, student schedules. So student scheduling, the scheduling process, which started all the way back in December when we began collecting music choices and world language choices in 8th grade. We worked with our tech department and our curriculum department to collect leveling recommendations for our rising 6th grade students, and worked with our tech department, obviously, to gather the data that we need in order to get accurate levels for rising 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students in the system that most, at least rising 7th and 8th grade families know as Power School. 6th grade families will get to know Power School very well in the next few months. Teaming for rising 6th grade families who are new to the middle school, you'll learn about the four teams that your child may end up on. Teaming is a common structure that many middle schools, especially large middle schools, follow. It is a It's essentially, when you have so many kids, 540 kids, it's broken up into, or divided into four. And those four groups of kids are kind of grouped with a set of language arts, math, science, social studies teachers. And those groups of students will rotate throughout those teachers. Those teachers will be on their schedules, and those schedules will go home to the families. End of July is our date that we're aiming for schedules to go home. Again, they'll be emailed home. On those schedules, we'll have, for rising sixth grade families, they'll have a 9-period schedule. And we'll talk a little bit later about how you're gonna get the information that you need to understand your child's schedule. It's gonna have the team that your child's on. It's gonna have your guidance counselor information. And it's gonna have your child's teachers and what order of classes your child will have throughout the school day. My daughter's throwing paper plates at me right now. I'm trying to.
So if you haven't already had a chance to kind of go to the website and kind of check things out, there is some summer math and summer reading things available. Mr. Haran will share this document with you, so you can also access the documents here. But there are some math packets available for students to kind of see what type of material they will be starting to learn or getting into once they get to their next grade. So it's a great opportunity to kind of brush up those skills and kind of get your students ready for math in the middle school, and as well as reading. For the summer reading, there were books. We do have extra books here at the school. So like Mr. Rand said, if you see cars by the flagpole, please come in. There are books that you could pick up if you need it. And there is a paper or a writing assignment that goes with the summer reading. So make sure you check that out so that your students are prepared for coming into the middle school or whatever grade they're going to next.
I think you might be muted, Mr. Taylor.
You know, it's unbelievable. After a year of doing this, you would think that I wouldn't make that mistake. I
was a long day.
apologize. Yeah, it was a long day. Sorry. So as you can see, the following links are our supply lists. So from 6th grade, 7th, and 8th. Please feel free to click on those lists, and you'll see all the variety of supplies that you'll need for each respective grade level for your child and for their instruction and for all of their classes. So again, the links are pretty self-explanatory. If you have a 6th grader, 7th grader, 8th grader, please click on those links and you'll see all of the supplies that are needed for the upcoming school year.
All right, perfect. So I don't have an 18-month-old throwing paper plates or plastic knives at me right now, so I'm like in my zone right now. So like I said, this is my 5th year being what I call like a transition administrator. I taught 5th grade and I taught 6th grade, so I know how best to support students transitioning from one school to another. As a 6th grade administrator, this would be my 5th year. I have like a really good understanding, and working with parents for 7 years now, 6th grade parents for 7 years now. I have a good understanding on what parents need in order to be successful to support their kids coming into the middle school. So one big thing I had as a goal of mine for several years now is to create like a comprehensive manual for parents to have in their hands as a resource to really support their kids. And I actually, Mr. Haran just dropped this off. It still it's in like the very final stages of the editing process before it goes out to parents. It's our transition guide. It has everything from like the who's who section, all the staff that your children are going to see on a daily basis that we want your children to see in a book before they come in to school on the first day. It's going to have a glossary of terms so they know the middle school lingo before they come into the building. There's going to be links to teacher videos, so they see teacher demeanors and, their how they interact with each other and how they, their personalities on video, and, what they're going to be learning about throughout the day, and throughout the year. It's all going to be in this handbook. So I say that to you because you're probably watching this right now and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or at this point in the summer, you're gearing up to get ready for the school year. I promise you that once you have this transition guide in your hands and you read it, you're going to feel really good about the start of the school year, and preparing your sixth grader for the start of the school year. Let me see if I missed anything on this slide. If you are a seventh or eighth grade family that's in this meeting and you're new to the district, or if you're not new and you're, a veteran family to the district, you're also going to have a seventh and eighth grade manual, and it's going to be representative of seventh and eighth grade staff and curriculum, and how seventh and eighth grade does things in their neck of the woods. And the way I kind of put this manual when I explain it to families is, there's a lot of great resources on our district website. There's a lot of great resources on the middle school website, and there's other things trickled all over the transportation website and pupil services and the middle school website and athletics website. It's all the important stuff all over the place is in one spot given to you. So I hope that you find this helpful. It will be in your hands before the end of the month. And if you have any feedback, we hope to make adjustments to it and make this the best resource possible for all of you. Us four up here, like perfectionists, we like to be the best at what we do. So please give us good feedback.
No charge for that too, right?
All right, coming up in August, we'll have some school visits. I know that with last year, there were a lot of students who, the way we cohorted our students, we kind of kept everybody in one room. So there are going to be some sixth graders, some seventh graders, and possibly eighth graders that may not know their way around the building, or, know where different things are. So we're going to open up the building in August to visits for all grades. They're going to be different times, different days. Some may be student-led, some may be in a sense where you can kind of take a feel of the building for yourself, take your schedule and kind of walk around. There will be certain areas in the building that, you may not be able to go to depending on cleaning. We still need to get the school ready for the school year, and we do have an ESY program going on right now. So once that ends, we're going to start letting students come in to kind of visit, but we still have to maintain, the building. So just look out for those dates and those times and how to sign up for a visit if that's something you and your family are interested in. We look forward to having you guys come in and check out the school.
And just to kind of round out our brief meeting tonight, and just so we like to keep these optional family meetings like under 30 minutes. Like ideally, it's like kind of like a quick hit and give you like some really important information that we believe you're kind of interested in. But just talking about, and we shared this with our families at the end of the school year, planning for September. Things have not changed. We're planning for a full day of school. We are planning to have lunch in school. We will provide extra academic as well as social and emotional supports, and we'll share a little bit more with you about what that will look like beginning in August. We have some incredible supports planned for kids, and we know that our kids are going to need it, and we know that it's going to be really effective, and we believe that our kids are going to be, will welcome these extra supports. So we're super excited about these new offerings. There's no changes to our scheduling and leveling process. There was some discussion months ago where, we're always looking to grow and evolve. But there's at this point, and at the, even a few months ago, it just wasn't the right time to consider any kind of changes. So there's no changes to our scheduling and leveling process. One thing that we need to be mindful of and make sure that and it's kind of hard not to be because it's, continues to be in the news on a regular basis. We're still going to be dealing with COVID. We've learned a lot. We've learned how to be more successful as a school district. I know that you've learned how to be more successful as parents, and our kids have learned how to be more successful as kids with this pandemic. The reality is that, kids 12 and older have the opportunity to get a vaccine. There's been discussion, and it looks like at some point, we don't know when that's going to be, but it looks like at some point, kids under 12 years old will have the opportunity to get a vaccine if they're interested. I also know that, and I'm very mindful of the fact that, things have not remained constant. We've had changes throughout the last year and a half, and we've had to adjust and pivot quite frequently. And all of those adjustments and pivots have really been based on health and safety recommendations that lots of organizations have been giving to us. I think we've learned as a district what works and what doesn't work for our kids and families. I think as a community, we're pretty secure in what our expectations are for next year, which is full day of school, eating lunch in school, making sure that we provide supports for kids and families and even staff who need it. And that we're going to do what we normally do regarding the scheduling process and getting ready for opening day. So just some things to kind of remind you about as far as our planning for the beginning of the school year. We are well under our 30-minute limit. We really appreciate having the opportunity to share with you what we are doing. I can tell you that Matt, Randy, and Erica are completely committed to making sure that we're ready to go for the first day of school so that your kids have a wonderful experience, so that you feel confident in us and our staff and know that we are going to take care of your kids and provide a wonderful education. We're always open to, touching base with you. So please don't feel like you have to wait, until school opens. There are times where, maybe on a Friday where one of us won't be here because we'll be with our families on vacation. There might be a time where you email us, and typically we're a 24-hour response kind of team. If we're out for a day or two over the course of summer, you might not hear back right away, but if you're patient, we would appreciate that. If it's if it's really important that you need an answer right away, email all four of us, because absolutely one of the four of us will get back to you right away. We hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy this wonderful weather, and I'll send this PowerPoint home to you later tonight so that you'll have those links for the things that you're interested in. And we'll send out another email about our next meeting on July 30th, the Monday of that week. And then I'll send you out a reminder Friday at noon. Have a wonderful weekend, and take care.